So I decided to prove a point. Game dev isn't that hard, right? So we've got 6 hours. No Unreal, no Unity. We're using my own game engine. Proof.
What the hell is even that?
Built from scratch using C++. The time is currently 9 p.m. 8:59 p.m. So we have 6 hours to make a game. That means we have until 3 a.m. to make the game. So yeah, cross our fingers and let's hit it. So the plan is to build something similar to Space Invaders. And if you live under a rock, Space Invaders is an arcade game where you move left and right, shooting aliens as they slowly march down the screen. So first thing I did was bring back the boy Q. Then I made him red. Red means I'm too lazy to get an actual texture. For the movement, it's super simple. Hold down a button to move left or right. Release the button to stop, which looks something like this. Then I made a sphere, wrote some code, and now the spheres are falling on top of our boy Q. So it's currently 9:24 p.m, basically 9:25. I've got the base system of the game working so far, so now it's just to like add actual assets, not just using a cube, unfortunately. So yeah, let's get it. I went on Sketchfab and found some banger free assets. Shout out to all the artists out there. They don't get that much love, but they're holding the game dev world together. So I had to remove our boy Cube and replace him with an actual rocket. Rest in peace, bro. And I added random items like rocks, UFOs, and satellites the player has to avoid. Suddenly, the game is actually looking kinda playable now. It's 9:42 p.m. We've actually done a lot of work. Yeah, we can spawn random items now in the game, which is thumbs up. So now what I'm going to work on is, I don't even know. I decided to work on the power-up system. My plan is the player has 3 unique power-ups. A speed boost, which doubles your speed. A shield, well, that's not right, which takes the damage of an incoming enemy. And the laser, which destroys any obstacles that comes in your way. I was having a lot of trouble getting the laser to work, so I decided I'll work on that later. It's 11:07, that means we've been gone for about 2 hours and 7 minutes. But there's this error in the engine that just keeps crashing, and I just don't know why. I don't know why. So like, I don't know what to do. Should I take time off from, or what? I don't know what to do. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend 30 minutes, 30, maybe 40, maybe like till 12, try and see if I can figure that error out. And then that time is not gonna count towards the game because I can't build the game without it. So yeah, if you think that's unfair, well, you can cry about it. But like, I don't know what to do, so.
A few moments later.
So the time is currently 2:15. I've been trying to figure this bug for like the past almost 3 hours, and I'm gonna crash out. Seriously, I'm really gonna crash out. I'm died. I'm done. I'm like physically done. Like I don't even care anymore. Nothing's working. The physics is not working. I'm just mentally like done. Like I don't even know what to do, bro. It's so infuriating. Honestly, I don't know if I should just cancel the challenge or whatever, but. I'm just gonna go hit the sack and hopefully tomorrow something miraculous happens.
What they say, if you don't shoot it, the shots you don't make, you miss all of them.
Yo, so I figured out the bug. It's the next day and yeah, so I had to go to bed because I didn't know what to do. I was up for like 2-3 hours trying to figure it out. I didn't, but I figured it out today. And yeah, a list that contained all the elements for scripts to play, for some reason, it stopped disconnecting to the script. And then our engine just kept crashing. So the time is currently 6:57 and we have 4 more hours out of the 6 hours because we used 2 hours earlier. So that means we have to be done by 11 o'clock. I got a few things left to do. I want to put a score system and maybe add a special rocket that gives the player more damage than just some simple rocks and all those things falling, and then make a better UI system for the game. So let's hit it. First things first, I needed a score system because right now the game has no goal. So I made it simple. The longer you survive, the higher your score. I created a new type of enemy because the game has been feeling pretty empty. It's a rocket, but not any type of rocket. It's a special rocket that does a ton of damage. Then I added a warning sign to let you know where the rocket is heading. So better dodge it or get obliterated. I got bored of coding, so then I decided to start making sound effects. I made an explosive, a warning, and a rocket sound effect. Then it was time for the particle system.
Using
Proof.
particle system, a great system that can make all of your problems go away.
So it's currently 9:20. We have just below 2 hours left, an hour and 40 minutes. The game is practically done. I just need to add the laser. Menu is done. We have sounds. We have everything. I need to add the laser and I need to add a restart system, and then the game is practically done. And it turns out the reason it wasn't working was because of my caveman brain. I was spawning the bullet in the wrong position. And it's by far the most overpowered power-up in the game. Now that all the power-ups are in the game, we need to add a UI system that lets you know when each power-up is about to run out. And that's what I did. So it's currently 10:09, which means we have less than an hour left. The game is practically done. Lasers is into the game, which is very, very cool. But there's just one more thing I want to add. Just one more thing. Cows. Yeah. Who says cows can be in space? And with 10 minutes to spare, the game is basically done. I'm actually really happy. 6 hours we made a game. Obviously we did have the crash that made us have to. I actually spent legit 8 hours trying to figure out bugs. But that doesn't count. We're not counting that. We're just going to count the time we actually spent making the game. So that's the game. Could have probably achieved a lot more if you use Unity or Unreal Engine, but Proof is by far the best engine out there. The game is free in the link below, but disclaimer, there will be a lot of errors, so make sure to report them and bear with me. There's still a lot of work to be done. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe to make sure your life stays upright. Peace.